Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Back from visiting Mom for a couple of days. Got some coaching stuff going on the next few days here at home. But I'll be back there later in the week. She's doing well, making progress. Today's topic is going to be every success story is relevant. I'll explain that in a minute. I'm enjoying sitting out here in the back. It's nice to be home for a little bit. It's nice out. 60s, low 60s right now. Starting to wear the warm clothes. Breathe in the peace. Exhale the noise. Breathe in the calm and exhale the stress. It's nice to get out here in nature. All right. So every success story is relevant. And I truly mean that. So I've posted, I think now 31 different success story interviews, probably, 50, 60, 80, I don't know, text-based success stories. Every single one of them is relevant to you and your situation. Now, a lot of people go, no, but theirs is different. They had this, they had that, they had this. Right? So no, it's not relevant. I need to see a success story with somebody who had the exact same symptoms as I have, right? That would make sense. But here's the deal. Regardless of the symptom, if you have done the assessments and determined that the cause is TMS, then the solution's all the same, which means it doesn't matter if somebody has headaches, wrist pain, backache, fibro, various neuralgias, whether it be trigeminal, pudendal, doesn't matter. Because if you've done the assessment, that means your brain is creating the symptoms, not some physical problem. That being said, the solution is always going to be the same. Identify that it's TMS or perceived danger pain creating your pain or symptoms. Once you've done that, the solution is all the same, folks. Clarity, acceptance, what's going on, that this is the only reason for your symptoms. The solution's up here. We have to teach the brain that it is overprotecting us and sounding the alarm of symptoms when in fact there's not any actual danger. It's just the brain misinterpreting what's going on. It is a false alarm. So, the reason I'm bringing this up, just posted a success story yesterday, and there were several comments of people saying, let me just be clear, she had sensations, not pain. Well, she did have some pain. It was not chronic, but the stiffness, the weakness, those were the persistent symptoms. Somebody else was asking, was it like her entire body or just her wrists and hands? And it was just her wrists and hands. So there's always, to the success stories, there's always people comparing symptom to symptom to symptom. And I'm just going to bring you all the way back to the foundation. If you understand what TMS or perceived danger, pain, or symptoms are, and you know that the brain's creating it based on misinterpretation of data and perceiving danger where there is none, it doesn't matter where your symptoms are or how they're manifesting. Weakness, burning, tingling, numbness, pain. It doesn't matter if it's a dull pain, a throbbing pain, stiffness, tension. If you've figured out that the brain's creating the symptoms because your symptoms are behaving like TMS or perceived danger pain, then every single success story is relevant to you. Instead of saying, well, this is different than me, so this doesn't apply. What they did or what they did with their mindset doesn't apply to me because my symptoms are different. As long as you're saying that, you're going to keep on looking around trying to find an exact match, an exact symptom match to you and your situation. And look, I understand how if you can find that, it might bring you a little bit more comfort. But don't put a requirement out there that until you find the exact match symptom, then you're going to withhold a decision that says, yes, my situation is TMS. Because I have absolutely heard some people say, look, my symptom is unique and I've never seen a success story with symptoms like mine, so maybe my stuff's not TMS or perceived danger pain. Well, if it assessed through the assessments like it's TMS and it's behaving like TMS, it doesn't matter if you find a match or not. You can still make the decision that what's going on with you is created by the brain, an overprotective brain operating on misinformation and fear, and thereby the same concepts I teach all the time can help you too. Don't postpone your recovery searching for a perfect match of your exact symptoms. You're delaying recovery by doing that. And whether somebody had one type of symptom or another, different kind of sensations and versus, type of pain, doesn't matter. If the brain's creating it, the job is still the same. Let's teach the brain that we're actually okay. We do that with clarity, confidence that this is the only thing that's going on. That's laying the foundation of certainty. From there, we make a decision that I'm going to commit to a mind-body approach. Consistent messages of safety, clarity. Yes, I will feel my emotions, my right now stuff, because I want to teach my brain that emotions are safe. Best way to do that is to feel them to the point where your brain goes, wow, he or she has felt lots of intense emotions and nothing bad happened. So I guess emotions are safe. If you want to teach your body or brain that your body is okay, be in a relaxed posture, breathing comfortably. That conveys safety to the brain. This breathing shallow, that doesn't convey safety at all. Not taking your own thinking so seriously, particularly your thoughts about your symptoms and your desperate need to find an exact match success story, or, whatever thoughts you've got, the catastrophic thinking that I'll never get better. You don't have to believe those thoughts. How do you respond to the symptoms or pains? That's your biggest opportunity to teach your brain, I'm safe, right? Absolutely. You freak out, you're teaching your brain we're in trouble. You respond calmly, reassuringly, you're moving in the right direction. It would be great if you could become indifferent, but if that's not possible to you now, stick with the calm reassurance for a while until your confidence builds, until you start to see wow, maybe I was able to calmly reassure myself and this seemingly spiked symptoms started to kind of settle down. Whatever it may be, that will give you more confidence to the point where you can eventually get to the point of indifference, which is, I'm noticing symptoms, but so what? Not a big deal, right? Really important to get there, folks. And then, once you've got all this other stuff dialed in, focus living your life, doing more, accepting invitations to do things. Stop saying, I can't do that, or I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that. Over and over and over, particularly in the group coaching, I'm seeing people taking more opportunities to live their lives. Inevitably, they find that it wasn't as bad as I thought, or it was much better than I thought, or it hurt but I didn't care, because I was doing something enjoyable, living my life. For the people who say, all right, well, I'm just going to try to live my life, and it's not working because every time I do, things really flare up, get the other stuff in place first. The accurate knowledge, the clarity that and that alone is the only thing that's going on, right? Make a commitment to teaching your brain that consistently. Don't freak out one day and then be calm and reassuring the next day and wonder why the brain's not buying it yet. As long as you're freaking out, it's going to be really hard to teach the brain to dial it down. Because as long as you're freaking out, you're saying, I am in danger. This is a big problem. I get it. I know how severe the symptoms can be. But just know, the severity of the symptoms are not an indicator that it's a body problem. The severity of the symptoms is an indicator that the brain is perceiving danger. And the more intense the symptoms, the more the brain's perceiving danger. So I hope that makes sense. Once again, every success story, every TMS or PDP success story is relevant to you. Why? Because those people proved that their brain was creating the symptoms, and they proved that by dialing down the fear and shifting their attention back to living life, built on a foundation of clarity and utmost certainty that this is absolutely what's going on with me, they were able to eliminate their symptoms. And as long as you've done the assessments and your symptoms are kind of coming up in the assessments as, yeah, it's TMS, there's no difference between you or somebody else despite the symptoms. And, there's dozens, hundreds, thousands of potential symptoms that can manifest as a result of a brain perceiving danger. A scared brain doesn't operate this human machinery that well. Whether it be the immune system being suppressed, the digestive system not digesting food well, pain, bloating, gas, reflux, stomach or throat sensations. Doesn't matter what you've got going on. If it looks and smells like a duck, it's a duck, right? If it looks and smells like TMS or PDP, then that's what it is. So please look at every success story as highly relevant to you. It's just more and more evidence that when you get your mindset right and the clarity right and the consistent messages of safety right, the brain learns to turn off or massively turn down the symptoms. You can do that too. So, love you guys and gals. I'm going to wrap this one up. Got to settle into the house. I just got back from Mom, saw her this afternoon. So, once again, thank you for all the well wishes and prayers. Love you all for that. Love you all in general. So, we will see you tomorrow. Take care. Love you.